Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Into the Breach, where today I think we are just going to go for the exit. I think we're just going to hit the Volcanic Hive, because I do think that we are quite powerful relative to sort of baseline expectation. It might be nice to pull one more damage on the Vec hormones. It might be nice to try to get to +2 damage here, but honestly, it is a shame that we ended up like one reactor short of that. Yeah, gosh, we would... I think we're going to go for it. I'm almost talking myself out of it, but I think we can do this here. I'm feeling tough, and this way we don't have to deal with like 6 leaders, although it is still 5 alpha Vec, which is... okay. All right, it's fine, is what it is. The thing that it is, without question, is totally fine. Scorpion... Okay, so... let's have you two be, like, back here? I'm okay with that Scorpion trying to jump the judo mech, because obviously we could... if they do that, we could just hurl it into the water. Although, I'm really concerned about this. That's a horrible place for a pylon. Okay, so... first things first, obviously there's a huge amount of value in pushing this Firefly leader to that space, right? Yeah, 4 damage with the bonus from the Vec. The bonus from the, what do you call it? The hormones is definitely going to do some good work. We still have to worry about the Alpha Crab in that situation, which is something that the Judo Mech can take care of. You floating over the lava is not really going to do anything. I actually don't know what the, I don't know what the gravity mech can do here. It kind of doesn't seem like the gravity mech has any meaningful play. I can't get myself into a position... It would be really nice to have the gravity mech do this part so that we could use the siege mech for damage. Right, as it is, we can just back the siege mech up and fire here, and that's like fine. It's not exciting. It does prevent a lot of damage, though. The crappy thing is, even if we do that, we're still on 4 damage here. So you have to figure out a way of dealing with some of this. This thing is being hit by so many people that there's almost certainly no way to stop it. And the Judo Mech cannot deal with this problem either. Yeah, neither the Judo Mech nor the Gravity Mech can disable this blob in any way because of the positioning. That's really harsh. Well, okay. If I use the gravity mech to pull this thing... nope, never mind. I was going to say to pull this thing up, allowing the Judo Mech to get to here. First of all, we can't do that because of the number of spaces that we can move. But secondly, I can't do that because that's the space that Firefly leader needs to be in. Okay, if we just accept that this is dead, how does that change things? I'm thinking like we can't come down here and throw the alpha crab in order to create room for the gravity mech to make it down to here to perform the pull, enabling the siege mech to destroy this thing. Because if I throw this, if I throw the alpha crab over to here, it's going to destroy an extra building. Right now it's doing no damage. If I did that, it would be doing some damage. Non-zero damage. We can freeze somebody. The thing is, there's only one enemy here who has an attack that can be blocked. Okay, let's maybe change the plan. What if we do something different? What if we go like... we step Adam down here, throw him over there. The Scorpion will do enough damage to kill the Alpha Hornet. We can run you... No, the problem is that no matter what we do, we can't save this pylon. It's being attacked by 4 enemies. Yeah, this pylon's just fucked. This is a tough opening turn. And by tough, I mean bullshit. This is a bullshit opening turn. There's no version of this where pulling this mech up here does anything. I mean, am I just going to accept 4 damage on the first turn? It feels very bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This has an artillery. Yeah. It has that fucking artillery can't be fired 1 space away restriction. So I wouldn't be able to freeze this no matter what. Sorry for the long hesitation. It's just I was so hopeful here, and it does seem like we are maybe completely fucked. From the jump... And the thing is, the Firefly leader set up so that the shot that's blockable is the one that's irrelevant. And it's adjacent to the other pylon, which I can't... The only way I can stop it from doing damage is by moving it to there. So it does feel like that has to happen. It prevents 2 damage. It kills 2 annoying enemies. Once we have accepted that that needs to happen, the question becomes, how do we... Is there a way to save this? Because we are, with that one move, killing 2 of the enemies that would have damaged this. So then, in order to get any further progress on that, yeah, we have to disable both this enemy's attack and this enemy's attack, and no, neither one of those things actually can happen. Yeah, neither one. Well, no, that's not true. I guess this enemy's attack can totally be disabled. I can run down here, flip him. He attacks after the Hornet, but he will kill the Hornet at the very least. I hate to say it, but I really do think the move is that we just take 4 damage on purpose. I do not think there is another play. And then you... Is it just like this? Yeah, just do some damage. pretty important. One of those 5% resists would be lovely. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there was any way to avoid that. And certainly no way that would have been as good for us in terms of the in terms of overall enemy destruction. So it's quite easy to throw a couple of these enemies onto fires. We have a pretty big problem here where we once again have 4 enemies. Yeah, the judo mech almost can't participate in this battle, and these things still have a ton of health. So we can easily push the beetle down. It's really, really easy to kill 3 enemies here. However, doing so guarantees us taking another 2 damage hit. Is there a way of doing this that doesn't do that? I'm fairly sure the answer is no, because I don't think there's a single attack here that stops 2 of the hits that are going to happen. Well, I mean, like, sorry. We can stop both of the Firefly Leader's hits with a single action, but there are actually 5 attacks, if you want to measure it that way. There are 5 attacks, and we have no way of stopping more than 4 of them. So, like, we can have Adam, you know, stand here and freeze this guy. We could have the judo mech, or the gravity mech come to here, pull the Firefly Leader down so that it dies before it fires. I can do this so you also die before you get a chance to fire. And then we just lose another 2 power. Alright, so I felt like we were above the, pretty far above the power curve, relative to, you know, the way we're usually doing here, relative to the sort of the general curve of enemy danger. But clearly we just don't have the versatility necessary to survive. So I can pull you forward, and that'll be the only place where we're in danger from a building. Alternatively, we could just have the judo mech stand here and freeze that, and that'll cover us as well. And then there's like the question of what else of value could we do? Because blocking spawns would be a pretty good idea if we can. I guess one thing I can do is this, right? Yeah, and then you still have to get flipped. Or No, that's probably the right way to handle this. Because you can just tank that big hit. That's fine. And then you can also block and just set this guy on fire. So unfortunately, that does leave us with 5 active enemies. Or, 4 active enemies, rather. There's a little bit of damage on a couple of them, but they're very spatially restricted, at least. Okay, so you're dead already. I mean, we're doomed, right? There's 0, I think perhaps actually literally 0 chance of survival here. Because there's simply no way we don't take damage at the beginning of the downstairs phase. Yeah, too harsh. I have to be thinking about this in terms, like, this would totally have worked on hard. This team is absolutely capable of a two island victory on hard. But on unfair, you're going to have to deal with a leader and 5 alphas, and they're going to drop the power pylons. I don't know if the power pylon drops are actually coded differently on unfair, but they definitely drop them in a way that is, it seems, designed to be bad for whatever your team's weapons are. So you really do need to be able to reliably disable, like, 5 attacks in a single turn before it's safe to come here. And that's, you know, our team was powerful, but they weren't powerful like that. So, like, some version of that, right? Actually, no, never mind. There's no version of that works. We're doing a huge amount of damage to the Renfield bomb. Okay. So you and you and you and you all have to get dealt with. This is a problem for sure. So yeah, if we take the gravity mech down here, pull that thing to that position. Here's a question. Is the Renfield bomb just dead no matter what? So I think what Adam has to do is freeze this guy. Oh no, this doesn't work. Never mind. Because any attack we put down here is going to either kill or move the Renfield bomb, which means this attack is now lethal. This attack does 2 damage. And there's no way to prevent that. Because I had to stop this attack as well. So yeah, we are literally completely bound here to the 5% grid defense chance. That's cool and fun. Reset turn. Maybe I just do this first. If they're gonna drop the bomb on an enemy, we make it happen now, and then we see afterward what we can survive. Okay, they don't necessarily drop it on an enemy, actually, is the thing we've just learned. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. So... you're gonna survive. That's fixable. Is there a way... the only way we have of doing anything to this enemy is the freeze. Yeah, like I literally don't have another play. So this guy surviving by one is very, very bad for us. Well, okay, here's what we can do. Because I'm shielded, I won't get frozen. And then we can have the gravity mech block this shot while killing this thing by slamming it into that mech. And so now we're actually not taking damage on any of our buildings. And a fair number of enemies have taken some real damage here. And the blobber's dead, which is huge. That cost me my my reset, and I think the way we did that is not possible without the reset, because I don't think the judo mech had enough movement without the reset. Okay. So, you have 2 HP, you have 1. How do we deal with this? All right. Well, Kai being down to 2 move is pretty harsh. It's very difficult to deal with that. We can... You have 1 HP? Okay, so we can, like, vacate the gravity mech to here. Pull on the Hornet Leader to kill this thing, which allows the siege mech to move down to here with our 2 movement. And fire at... Nope, can't fire at that space. That space is too close to me. I can move to here and shoot like that, and it kills almost everything on the table, actually. Yeah, I think that's the move. And then we just have to figure out some ways of dealing with some of these other enemies. Sadly, I don't think I can actually kill this one. We can pull him out of position, but that's the best we're going to get. I can also just freeze him. But I don't think I want to freeze him. I think I want to throw the tyrant so that we're getting some damage onto it at least. Yeah, and then like you run down here, and so we're gonna take a ping from the tyrant, which is bad for sure. We have so long that we have to survive. I think we're doomed. Okay. Interesting. So if I fire this... Shit. Yeah, only having 2 move is like insanely harsh. We have paid a heavy price for what we have earned here. Alright. I think that's the only way we make that work. Nope, sorry, I forgot about the fucking... I forgot about the self-damage. Okay, well, we were doomed anyway. That accelerates things, but we were doomed anyway. Yeah, the thing is that, like, that item's not good enough to need self-damage, which I think is part of the reason that I forget about it. Because there's no reason that it would have self-damage. So yeah, then this turn we have 5 enemies up simultaneously with only 2 mechs, and this is where it goes. So you're actually going to survive, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, you're going to survive, but it's irrelevant because we can't stop the damage. Ah, that's frustrating. I really thought, okay, I needed to take this team to a 3rd island. You have to be able to reasonably disable 5 attacks in the first turn, or you're going to lose power too quickly. All right, well, we got ourselves a rule. I am thinking actually that we might be taking Adam instead of Abe with us to the next thing. +1 reactor is so strong, and this is like a perfectly reasonable Adam, and I think that's better than +4 HP Abe. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so let's just go ahead and I guess technically we should go ahead and play it out, because we should give the we should accept the very, very, very slight chance of getting all of the 5% resists in a row. Who knows? Could happen. Okay, we did not, in fact. Well, let's get back to it. We're going to give it one more. So yeah, reasonably be able to disable 5 enemies in a single turn. I did not leave you in the mech I wanted you in. I think it makes a lot more sense for Adam to be in this mech so that we can use that reactor for buildings immune right away. This is not a terrible, aside from the armor being pretty harsh, this is not a terrible Archive Inc. RST with only 3 health enemies, and also scorpions, and also moths, and also Spider Vec, or Spider Scion. It's a pretty terrible time. This is not horrible. And this is not horrible. I think that Pinnacle and Detritus look like our 2 starters. Yeah, I'm not really sure which one to go to first, honestly. Let's do this one. The enemies here aren't gaining any extra toughness. So, okay, we'll start with the Lifeless Basin, because we're going to have to do it at some point anyway. Kill 6 or fewer enemies, probably pretty doable. Protect the coal plant, maybe. Maybe doable. So this squad's weapons are pretty poorly fit to the task of being able to being able to damage out that number of enemies, or being able to disable that number of enemies. So we are going to be very, very reliant on dealing enough damage. Or we're going to be very, very reliant on finding tools that we can use for that. Let's just go ahead and clear the Scion. We're getting a couple of kills here right away, and we're giving them a robot, which is tricky because that's something we're almost certainly going to have to kill. Very difficult to deal with a robot in a non-lethal way because they are so fragile. I guess this is fine. Yeah, this thing's going to break the robot's casing and that thing's going to kill the robot. So... and then that's going to be our 5th enemy kill. So we then have to stop getting kills. I don't really know how we're going to do that. While still being able to get work done, I mean. Well, we're allowed one more. There are 3 turns remaining. I guess it's like, take the 6th kill. Actually, does the order of operations support that? It doesn't. Okay, don't take a kill. Just push these enemies away. And then you two just block spawns? Alright, so we're allowed 1 kill. Great news. Acceptable news. Alright, very, very little focus on the buildings here. Which rules? Alright, problem solved. So, I'm allowed to take 1 kill, though. Yeah, like, you just need to step out of the way. And then you can get... well, it doesn't help for you to get XP, though. Yeah, then screw it. We'll just call it here. Okay. I got a little close. I was nervous, but that works. All right, my inclination is definitely to do silicate planes next, in case we take some damage here and need to refill. We are not good at damaging a shield generator, though, which could be a tricky problem. Yeah, it's hard to say how this might actually work out. This is going to be interesting. Okay. So I think you're the last enemy. A thing we can definitely do here is push you up, flip you over, and then at the end of the enemy turn, the shield disruptor is getting destroyed. Or the shield generator is getting destroyed. Then I don't really know what I want to do with you yet, but it's probably not that. So I'll just move you up and clear your mites. All of the Vec attacks that are happening right now will harmlessly hit the building shields, and then the shield generator gets wrecked. And then we have to deal with 6 enemies simultaneously on the next turn, which is very bad news. Yeah, yes, thank you, Liam. I know. Okay, so yeah, we're taking building damage. It's completely unavoidable. We kind of knew that was going to be the case, right? The question is, how much is avoidable? So, like, we can pull you back. Once we've done this, yeah, now those... I think that all the Judo Mech gets to do is block, which is fine. I'll take a... Actually, it probably won't dislodge my mites, will it? I'll block and hit repair. Because if I take 0 damage, I'm assuming it does not affect the mites at all. And then, like, you can save one other thing. Yeah, I think we want to move up here, drop a shot right there. So that saves 1 building. That saves a couple more. We step here and repair, and so we're only taking 1 point of building damage off of all that. I think that's actually pretty okay. And we have a couple of dead enemies. It is good to get these like more frustrating teams out of the way, I think. Okay, interesting. A lot of sort of poor play from our opponents, just kind of choosing not to do anything meaningful, which is great. It's something I really need. So definitely feel like I want to do this. Get a kill and a block. The only person who can deal with the mosquito is you, so you do it. And you have to, like, if I want to do some damage to this guy, we got to throw him over like that because I don't want him pulling the scarab off of the tile. Okay, pretty excellent news. Because this means we can, in fact, finish the mission. So just throw you over and we're clear. And I don't have to do anything else. But like I may as well do this. I guess that thing's dead from being on fire anyway. Okay, so we took 1. Kill 7 enemies on this map while protecting that extremely forward coal plant. Or, I mean, I guess we're going to have to do this if we don't want to take an easy mission. This sucks, though. This map is horrible. Yeah, I guess let's go for it. I don't really want to take an easy mission, right? I think it would be very bad for our overall income level to do that. But this is very bad. This is very fucking bad. The time pod there is actually pretty nice because the enemies will not stop on that tile. So definitely want to get that. So the gravity mech just has like literally nothing to do, but I certainly don't want to disrupt this. Yeah, I don't want to disrupt any of this. I think we're looking at some really good outcomes here. All right, excellent things are occurring. So you... Right, then we just pull you off axis. It's a shame that smoke is there. Well, I should probably be very careful about blocking on this mission. We do need to make sure we spawn enough enemies to... Well, you know what? We're fine, though. We're on track. I do hate that so many of the kills are going to Adam, but we're just very well set up for that. Or rather, the enemies keep very well setting themselves up for that. How do I want to manage this? I guess here, we can do this. Pull you, throw you over, because I actually don't need any more spawns from here. These two can be it. Alright, we have two enemies that have a single HP each. Feels very straightforward from here. Is there a way... Yes, there is a way to get this kill on someone who will benefit from the experience. Ooh. Light tank is very compelling. I guess nobody needs it right this second. So nobody can make use of it right this second, but yeah, that really rules. Do we want to do Vec hormones with our 1 point of... I think I'm going to do that. Freeze and defend both robots is always a little tricky. That said, this team having such low damage output, I think is actually going to make this a little bit easier. We have a lot of tricks for moving enemies around in a more or less damageless way. Although these enemies have positioned themselves such that we are not going to be able to make use of those tricks at all, I think. Okay, so if I shoot here... Because, like, I think we want to freeze this one. Maybe, like, from here? Throw you over so you get friendly fire. Ah, shit. I was going to pull this one forward. I don't... I could pull you up, but you're just going to do 1 damage there. I don't think I want to take a reset. I think this is a very good turn, generally. I think we're just going to take 1 point of building damage here and be okay with that. And also knock over a bunch of stuff on my desk and damn near give myself a heart attack. That sounds like a good idea. Is there anything we can do that is meaningful with this mech? There is not. So yeah, just don't stand there specifically. Here, I guess, is fine. Okay. So yeah, that's annoying. What do I want to do with you? So my thinking here is we're going to use the siege mech to fire from here. I can't set up a point of damage on this raging scion. Nor can I really do anything else of value. Yeah, rough. So it's just like get mid and try to be ready for stuff to happen. Yeah, all right. Y'all show that snowfield. It's very annoying that some of these enemies can fly. I don't know who told them that was okay. So we can freeze somebody. I think it is the case that the only person on the team who can deal with this mosquito is Adam. So if we do this, I would love to kill you. And I can do that. Yeah, what? So it's like this thing runs over here, throws the beetle over. So your attack will just hard miss. And in fact, I can make that better. Actually, I'm thinking for sort of like long-term security, maybe I do it like this. We're gonna just block this because I really don't want either of the robots getting broken out on the penultimate turn. I guess I could step over here and throw you over now. And you'll just break the beetle out, which is like much less of a problem. And what I like about this is it puts a little bit more damage on him. Yeah. Okay. There we go, just trying to earn a little bit of XP. And then, you know, just for good measure. Just because I feel like showing him who's boss a little bit, because I am insecure about how things have been going. Alright. Beetle Leader is... It's a tough one. It can be a tough one. How much movement does Beetle Leader have? 3? So we don't need to try to seed this column, because the leader can't get to that column anyway. Okay, not what I was hoping. Obviously, we have the ability to judo the Beetle Leader. Well, we did. This thing having positioned it, having fogged me and like hard wall blocked me, does complicate that slightly. Just do a little bit of damage to each of you. You're super dead. And I don't really get to do anything fun with the Judo Mech, sadly. I don't think I want to go very far. But I do want to avoid taking the 1 point of push damage here. Sadly, the way the enemies have lined up, there's not a way to get Beetle King targeted by any other enemy. We can do like A damage. So let's see here. I can fire. Okay. If I move you to here, you get a second point of damage off that way. And then you can fix these two very easily. And you know, that's 2 of 6. I need to get him hit by somebody else. That's the big money. Stupid enemies keep attacking incorrectly. Okay. I mean, this is pretty good, right? That's a real shame. We're so close to being able to deal 1 to that thing. Alright, I just jump over and do that, and then, like... Do I want to just block a spawn? Probably I wish I could block a spawn and also do something, but this is definitely better than just doing 1 damage to a random enemy. Okay, that's my 2 damage right there. Now, unfortunately, we are going to take a point of building damage. There is not a way to avoid that. But just 1, you know, ain't so bad. Also, we get to do that, which is funny every single time. Can you move to a position? No, not really. All right. Overall, I feel pretty okay about that first island. We really had to take that Beetle leader down like 1 tiny chip at a time. Okay, so the spring-loaded legs are... They're a mobility tool. They're a higher damage tool. Ralph Carlson is basically not a special pilot at all. I think we got to take these. I think they give the judo mech, who is often in a position where he can't do anything else, something interesting to do a fair amount of the time. I think we also... I really wish we had 1 more star. Well, I mean, okay, so like the pole tank is also amazing. I think I like the loadout we have here. We just have to build it up. Is this loadout capable of disabling 5 enemies on the first turn? No, under no circumstances could that occur. So that's a problem. So I think what it ends up looking like is... Yeah, so we want to power up the light tank thing. We want to power up the spring-loaded legs for sure. And these things give us options. Yeah. Okay. Let's try it like that. And by try it like that, I mean this is where we're going to stop for today. Of course. Thank you all so much for watching. I really just made like a strategic fuck up trying to go for the island. I felt like we had a real shot at it, but just not enough ability to interfere with the VEC plan. When you come back next time, we are definitely going to try to build up a little bit more ability to interfere with the VEC plan. I don't know exactly how we're going to pull all this off, but we're going to need a hell of a lot of reactors. I know that. So come back next time to see us scrabble for all of those, and we'll see you then.